We are in the building. This, that, and the third interview series. Steven the Dream. I am here. South by Southwest recap edition, folks. Carolina, North and South was out there mad heavy. Mad heavy right now. So it was only right that I bring out a very, very special guest. She's like Carolina light, but at the same time, it's like she's already won awards in our state. So she has to be like our own. We have to claim you and embrace you all the way. I got ReeCee in the building. ReeCee Raps is here with me. What's good with you, ReeCee?
What's up, everybody? Checking in with Steven.
Steven the Dream is here.
Steven the Dream.
ReeCee Raps is here. We are live.
ReeCee the rapper.
How was South by Southwest? Was that your first time? Let me ask you.
Yeah, it was my first time, and I really didn't know how to imagine it and everything, because in your head it'll look a certain way. Everybody's like 6th Street, you don't really know until you go out there, but it's like a whole festival, like for real. It was awesome. Like,
did you perform?
Yeah, I did perform with the I Love My Plug stage.
Shout out to I Love My Plug.
Yeah, out of Atlanta. So that was real cool. Everybody was singing along and shit. I had a lot of fun, like, just performing. And I love performing, networking, talking to people.
I saw some footage of your performances, and you definitely are a performer.
Yes.
Definitely, for sure. You definitely put on a great show. What were the vibes for you in, like, the song down there? Were the people really gravitating to the music? Do you think maybe, because I say in this day, music is two things. It's the music, but it's the image too. So, you know, sometimes people will just like you because they see you. They like the way you look. They like the way you perceive yourself to be. And then some people like the music. Did you see any of that down there? Like, was it more one or the other?
No, I think they like both.
Okay.
I like to think they like both, but I don't think anybody ever expects my music to sound the way it sounds, because it is different from a lot of stuff. So no matter where I go, people are like, whoa, I didn't expect that. I wasn't expecting that. Like, you actually rap. You're an actual rapper.
Absolutely.
Like, yeah, so
Yeah,
I mean, I love to perform. I love to take people by surprise. You can underestimate me all you want, but, like, once I perform, I'm going to command your attention.
Okay. So we'll get back into South by Southwest in a little, but I want to give the people a little background on you. Let them get to know ReeCee before ReeCee Raps a little bit, maybe. Where you from? Where'd you grow up?
Okay.
Give me a little bit of background on yourself.
Well, originally, I feel like I got a little displaced because I moved around so much, but originally I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
PA?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I moved from there when I was about 12. So I lived in California for a little bit. I went to high school in St. Louis. I lived in St. Louis for 4 years, Kansas City for 6 years. So
Army brat?
No,
Army places.
My dad just happened to keep getting laid off.
Oh, damn.
He was getting new jobs.
Pops was trying to feed the family.
We had to do what we had to do, where we moved. But lived in Kansas City for 6 years. My parents moved to Charlotte maybe like 2015, So when I got out of, I was in a 4-year relationship I recently just got out of, it was an abusive relationship. And I left all my stuff, all my belongings, everything, and moved to Charlotte beginning of last year.
Okay. Whoa. Yeah, hold on. You just wait. You just moved to Charlotte. Yeah. And for y'all that don't know, can we put the picture up? I've been very disrespectful this whole time. Let me reintroduce you. We have award-winning ReeCee in the building. Queen City award-winning. Now y'all understand she just got to the city. And already, I don't want you to have no haters, but they're going to be there anyway. I don't want you to have no people mad at you.
I don't pay attention to them. I just focus on the people that show me love.
But she came for that award, ladies. And she took that award already. And within a year. That's crazy. That's a testament to your work ethic, because that's I know that's a fan contributed award too, so the people had to have spoken up to say something about that. We'll get into the current, but I want to continue in the past where I was. Do you have any siblings that you grew up with?
Yeah, I'm the youngest. I got 3 sisters. I got 2 brothers, and I'm the youngest out of everyone. I like to think that my parents had to keep trying until they conceived the perfect child.
Oh, they finally got it right on the last try, is what you said.
Yeah.
Were there any musical influences in the house growing up that you can attribute to the way you are now? Were your siblings rapping? Were they playing the music?
No, not my siblings.
Okay.
But my mom actually raps.
Your mom raps?
Yeah, my mom raps. My
like
mom been
deal?
rapping since the 80s.
Since
but
the
like,
80s?
Yeah. But like her
Original.
raps, like it really be like the 80s. Sometimes like she'll be like, she'll send me rap, but like she'll send me comedy raps. Like I got a dog, his name is Tails. She'll rap from Tails' perspective and be like,
mom's a comedian.
Yeah, but like she'll rap about everything, like different situations. But I mean, I feel like it's in my DNA because of that.
Growing up, she would rap around you and like.
Oh yeah, she got like, yeah, she.
Like mixtape type, or like more just like
she
rap,
like a rapper from the 80s. Like that is like that would be in like outside rapping or maybe freestyling. She used to freestyle like all
but she got bars though. You ain't hating on the bars.
No, my mom, she's a writer, you know.
Okay.
But I mean, I would say I elevated. I'm not gonna say like it's in my DNA, but like upgraded DNA, like rap DNA.
Your rap DNA, it was planted in you. So being, you know, that your mom was rapping, how often, or like, was hip hop and rap always in the home? Did you grow
mainly
up?
I wouldn't even say like a whole lot of rap like growing up. I listened to a lot of 90s music, a lot of R&B, a lot of just different like older music. And even when I ventured off into my own listening patterns and stuff, I listened to a lot of early 2000s music. You know, I don't really listen to a lot of newer music, but also my granddad he's the one who gave me my name ReeCee and everything. He's the one that actually got me into performing, because I just started performing my own stuff and in my adult life performing for the first time. But as a child, my granddad had this group, a lip syncing group. We used to lip sync, and it was called the Unspeakables, right? So we used to lip sync all around. I was the youngest member in the group from when I was like 5 until when I moved from Pittsburgh when I was like 12. So that was my experience performing ever in my life before June of 2018.
So you've been a performer, but I can tell though. It's clear when watching you perform that that's not your first time on the stage. That's not your first time in front of a crowd. And you definitely taken over from the clips and the things I've seen. Like that's where you're comfortable.
Yeah, I love performing, and it's like I forgot how much I loved it until I actually went back out there and actually did it again. And I'm like, okay, now I want to lose count of how many performances I had. So I went from June till like September, October. I had performed like 50 times already. You know, just like performing everywhere, and that's how a lot of people met me. They knew I was when I wasn't performing. I still came out and stuff. So I mean, I still come out. So it's just like that's why Charlotte really fucks with me a lot, because I show my face, I show love, and I'm everywhere. You know, I don't think anybody else. I've never really met anybody. No offense to anybody, but I never really met any of the other nominees or anything. And I've been to a lot of places. You know,
it's different when you can touch it shows, because you know it was. I didn't have to seek you. I didn't have to be like, who is at the awards, I was like, oh snap, she going up here. I didn't know, I wasn't on game, but even after that, I'm like, oh, so she's still out here. She's still moving now. I see her in the places she needs to be. I want to talk about the progression getting up to the single. You did a lot of covers. Like I seen you on YouTube. Like not covers per se, but just remixes.
Yeah, that's what I used to do. That's how I actually I first started rapping, like actually rapping and stuff when I was 19. So I started out just rapping over Drake, started from the bottom.
I heard you on that. I heard you on that.
Stuff, but I had just been rapping for like 2 months. So, you know, my delivery wasn't there all the way, but my lyrics were always there.
Right.
So when I got in that relationship, he was a rapper. He discouraged me from rapping and was like, really, I took down all my videos. I made them all private for like 4 years. I didn't post something for 4 years. And I finally, when I got out of that, I decided to pick back up music and really
he was hating like that, though?
Yeah, I didn't know it was hating at first until the end. But yeah, it was hating.
We don't want to give him no type of shine on this platform right here. We could give I'm sure. Wow, I'm gonna just say I don't know who he is, but I don't think he out here winning awards. I don't think he out here South by Southwest making moves like ReeCee is. But you know what I'm saying. We gonna move on from that. Let me ask you about the song though, "Diary of a Pothead."
Yeah,
I like "Diary of a Pothead." I think "Diary of a Pothead" is you really was rapping. Like you displayed a lot of your rap skills, but also in the song, I don't know if this is somebody you like, but I heard like a little Eminem at the end.
I do like Eminem.
Like I can hear like even the way you ended the song. Like I was saying it today as I'm listening, I'm like she was telling a story throughout the whole thing. It went from the doubt and not believing that she could do it, and then to the is it worthy? At the end, and then you just killed them. Like how much is like your delivery and your style influenced by someone like Eminem maybe?
I feel like Eminem does have a big influence on me. I mean, he was my favorite rapper maybe till when I first started listening to rap on my own. Eminem was the rapper I listened to at first. Okay. And then it switched over to Kanye West, and then it moved over to J. Cole and listening to Lauryn Hill and stuff like that.
But you've been listening to rappers though, like those are all spitters.
Yeah, that's all I listen to. I don't really I don't listen to a lot of like Kid Cudi and like different stuff. I like to listen to different type of music. Even some Drake, some Drake.
Some Drake?
some Drake.
I mean, I'm the light-skinned warrior. I'm a crusader for all things Drizzy Drake. Really? So I would Drake and drive on any day. I might do it tonight. Just gonna let y'all know. But in saying that, the Eminem reference, like, you explained the name, but I was like ReeCee. Eminem. I didn't know if it's like,
Oh, no.
Maybe I'm thinking too deep. What's your name,
you are
though?
Thinking too deep.
What's your name? I hear like a lot of opportunities to market and brand yourself, though. Like, I know you might not want to like pigeonhole yourself into that, but like, are those, like, what are some ways you think you can put yourself out there musically that maybe separate yourself? Because just hearing the music, you can do that, but I know there's, like I say, it's the image that goes behind it too.
Right.
Are there any things that you are working on or having the works that you are trying to do to market yourself?
Yeah, so I really want to put out an image of self-love, because I feel like a lot of people do a lot of things and they end up in situations. Like I was in an abusive relationship for 4 years because I didn't love myself and I didn't know my worth. And people will hate on people because they don't love themselves. And any type of hatred or whatever, people will sit there and portray a different image and act like something and try to sexualize themselves because they don't love themselves. And so my whole motto is like loving you for you. Like if you see my logo, it's someone like hugging themselves and shaping like a heart.
Hold on, let me see where we at.
I didn't realize there was a hood on this cover in my thing.
I don't know what's the best angle. What we can get it at, folks. Hold on. The middle, and let me turn you a little bit right there. We're gonna. Okay. We good right there? Y'all see it? Okay, so I can see the self. Okay, ReeCee raps, love you for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, I just really want to spread that. I want to be an advocate for people who go in domestic violence situations because I don't really talk about that as much as I should. But when I do, I've had real people come up to me and like, well, I never even expected like they're going through this, and that's how it is. It's usually the people that you think have the perfect couple or y'all are so cute and stuff like that. We were always, me and my ex were referred to as a power couple repeatedly, So it's just like people don't talk about it. And when a lot of people have been through that and they don't talk about it and we're not congregating and we're not really telling our stories, then you can remain in that situation. But I've gotten people out of that situation since I've been in it, and I feel like I can do it a lot more through my music. So my whole brand is going to be about, I want people to start loving themselves for who they are. Because if you see in my older videos, I had weave. I was a different person,
you did, though.
So it's like,
I saw some video. Yeah, okay.
You might hear me say I'm the type of bitch to do. I don't even talk like that. I don't refer to myself as a bitch. I don't refer to anybody else as a bitch. I got called a bitch every day for a long time, and I'm not gonna refer to myself as that because that's not what I am.
Right.
So it's just like, I'm glad it happened the way it did because I've learned a lot over the last few years. If I would have just kept rapping I would have just been another carbon copy female rapper,
And that's where I can see the separation. Like I can't really I can't compare you to nobody. Right. And that's a great thing. No, that's a great thing because it's so easy. Like I can I can probably pick out like 3 boxes and throw, not to say I'm gonna say all rappers. You can let's say 6 boxes. Let's count the 3 ladies and the 3 guys that it is, and you can put them in a box. But like, I like it when I meet an artist that is different. When I listen to their music, I can hear it, and then when I sit there and analyze the words and the lyrics, it's like, oh, they're actually talking about something that I may not be going through, but I definitely know somebody listening to this right now, either in tears, either happy that it's being talked about. How much of your music, you know, I know you said you want to put more, you know, about your life, but how much is other people's experiences do you think will be talked about in your music, or you want to maybe keep everything that you go through so it is authentic in that way?
Well, I mean, I have some songs where I talk about other experiences, like, but it's all stuff that I've seen, like, personally. Like, for example, I have a song called The Distractions of Happiness. It's about forgiving and forgetting. I had my mom in mind when I wrote that, you know, and I'm really talking to somebody, like, you need to, you know, stop being so negative. You can't hold on to feelings from battles you've lost and stuff like that, you know. So I do feel like as I write more, yes, I will start putting more other people's story, but really music has been for me just like a release.
Therapy, you know,
for like going through a lot of the stuff I went through. I don't talk to people. I'm not a type of charity case or whatever. That's how I'm sad. That's how people feel. That's how I feel if I'm talking to someone about problems, whatever. But I will put it in my music and be raw about it, and I'll leave it
people
there.
Like that, though.
So I mean, it's like you can relate to it in a way. Like I got a song called Friend Zone. Who can't relate to that? Like
the Friend Zone. I did see the Friend Zone song.
Yeah, I did post that because I performed it at the Fillmore, and that was dope. Like that was a fun song. Like it's a lot of fun just doing me and doing my music and my craft, and really people rocking with it.
You seem to be a very happy person, but also I've heard you. You know, you will pop your shit too, ReeCee. I've heard it. You talk.
What do you mean pop?
As in, like it's a little arrogance back there. There's a lot of humbleness going on, but I think I think you know that you are doing something that's different in this city, in this state. I'll say altogether.
In this world. No.
Yeah, let's talk. See, I ain't even have to bring it out. She already there with it, you know. Even from the visuals, I definitely like the visual. We're gonna play a video from you right now. We're gonna play Diary of a Pothead. I want you to set it up for the people and let them know maybe who produced it, you know, what we're going to see a little bit. But give them a little intro before we get into it.
So this is a Diary of a Pothead. It's on all major platforms right now, Apple Music, Tidal. I called it Tidal the other day. They made fun of me. They were like, oh, Tidal.
Tidal. No, people used to know, for real. When it first came out, people was like, Tidal.
Yeah. It's on Tidal, Apple Music. All the major platforms, SoundCloud, YouTube. The video is on. It was produced by K-Fix. He produced most of my music. He helped me a lot with artist development and stuff like that. But the music video, I have a really good videographer. His name is Tim, Carolina Blue Film. Shout out to him. He really took my vision and brought it to life. So it was, and we got another video coming soon. So
another video?
Kicking the door. And
you didn't bring it with you today?
It just got finished today, so I didn't bring it with me. But concept is I'm saving hip hop in the music video, and I'm a superhero.
Superhero ReeCee, award-winning superhero shit talker ReeCee Raps is in the building with us right now. We're gonna get into Diary of a Pothead. This is That, and the Third interview series, South by Southwest recap edition. We'll be right back.
Man, I'm so over this. Hi, 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 hi. I get high, so I don't feel the lows on this roller coaster ride that we call life. And I get high,
so I don't feel the lows on this roller coaster ride that we call life. Bitch, I'm hot like the Sahara in the middle of the summer. And yes, I am aware the marijuana makes me dumber. It's a bummer. Every time I attempt to recite the thoughts running through my mind, I realize that I'm hype. And I can form real intricate ideas, but that don't mean shit. Once a week, once my mind clear, I probably had $1 billion thoughts by myself in the dark. Then consequently forgot because of the weed that I had sparked. My mind's a work of art, but how's a girl to show it when her brain is being picked apart and she don't even know it? She has so much potential and was advised not to blow it, so she's picking up her pencil and jotting down every moment. Observing every session, she's studying every segment until the rare occurrence she finally learns a lesson. Tries to restrain the anger and contain all the aggression by recognizing the devil and thanking God for his blessing. I get high, so I don't feel the lows on this roller coaster ride that we call life. And I get high, so I don't feel the lows on this roller coaster ride that we call life. Picking battles with the pettiest of topics. This voice is yelling stop, but she can't realize it's her conscience. Her mind, she's lost it, it's in another dimension. So please be cautious if you got any intentions, cause she tries to resist, no cries for help, she's content. Avoiding conflict, so she don't wanna commit. Thoughts in suspense, keeps telling God she repents. Can only grasp a concept in a logical sense. It's hard to admit that she ain't perfect, constantly feeling worthless, begging God to find her purpose. Devil's whispers reach the surface, and she's hurting. Things coming down on her like boulders, got hell tugging at her feet with the rules weight up on her shoulders. Wondering if it's over as the nightmares repeated, searching for closure, she's already seeing that she's defeated. Struggles to fight a demon, climbing up into heaven, but yo, she's dangling from a string and golden flames at the end. I get high, so I don't feel the lows on this roller coaster ride that we call life. And I get high, so I don't feel the lows on this roller coaster ride that we call life. Does she make it? Well, she alter her actions and keep acting as if money can bring her true satisfaction. Ain't never relaxing unless it's from the boat that she's backing. And when she hits his bow, it's difficult to avoid distraction. Now, does she make it? Well, she alter her actions and keep acting as if money can bring her true satisfaction. Ain't never relaxing unless it's from the boat that she's packing. And when she hits his bow, it's difficult to avoid distraction. Now, does she make it? Well, she alter her actions and does she make it? Well, she alter her actions and does she make it? Well, she alter her actions and keep acting as if money can bring her true satisfaction. Ain't never relaxing unless it's from the boat that she's backing. And when she hits the boat, it's difficult to avoid distraction. Or know just what happened. It's the chain of reactions can be consistently gaining, but she just sees what she's lacking. This is the reason exactly why she can never be happy until the day that she drops dead. The Diaries of a Pothead.
We are back in the building. This, that, and the third interview series, South by Southwest recap edition. I am your boy, Steven the Dream. I have award-winning Charlotte coming for your neck, male or female rappers. It doesn't matter. ReeCee Raps in the building with me right now. We just watched the video for The Diary of a Pothead. Dope video. Dope song, like I said as well. When you perform it, like how does it feel getting that off when you perform? Because like I said, I seen your performance. There's a lot of energy. It's a lot, and you rapping in that song. So I'm sure you got to really make people pay attention when you're doing it. How does it feel?
Yeah, I mean, I be rapping like I don't rap over the whole song. It's like an actual show. So I mean, I think people are just really just surprised, and they're just like, she's rapping so fast. Like, how does she do it? And so that's what they're, I guess, I don't know if they're waiting for me to mess up or what they doing, but they're like tuned in when I'm performing. But definitely love the end when like the does she make it?
Yeah.
And, like going on.
I
like
that.
It's real fun. Like, I just love it, you know. I don't know how else to describe it. You know, it's one of my favorite things to do on this earth is to perform in a show.
Is there a project on the way? Like a
yeah, so I have the Diary of Pothead EP, and it's a touchy subject. No, just saying. No, the thing with that is I have all this music, and I'm actually, you know, I am pretty new, so I'm also developing at the same time, and I want to make sure I have the best possible music that can compete with the best of them, like, because like you said earlier, you only get one chance to make a first impression.
Very true.
So I don't want to rush to drop my project when I'm still developing my sound. So I do want to, because I have all these songs from the same producer, I want to work with other producers, see what else I could come up with, and maybe take 4 songs from here and 4 new songs. And well, I have some new stuff, but it's like I'm slowing down my cadence. I'm not rapping as fast now than when I'm
giving them something different, right?
You know, so I'm just gonna. I have a bunch of songs, but when I'm dropping them, I want to have everything right. So
Take your time.
do want to work with more people. So doors open for collaborations, for dope producers, different
Give us a
sounds.
call.
Hit me up, because now I'm getting back into that creation phase again.
How does back home or these other places that you've lived in, you know, more specifically, you know, PA, you know, how did they receive your music?
You know, I don't think they have received it.
Oh, really?
I don't think, you know.
So you think it's people that still are not, I mean, of course there are people that don't know you rap, but there are people like back home that would still be like, if I said, yo, I met ReeCee, she told me she from PA, like, they're going to be like, wait, ReeCee? She don't rap. Is there people that still going to be like that?
I think they're going to be like, who's ReeCee? Because of the fact I moved from there when I was like 12. So I don't, and it's not like.
But with social media, these people still connected with you.
Yeah, these people they connect, but I'll say that Charlotte, a lot of people know who I am in Charlotte and where I'm going. I feel like more people know who I am in Atlanta than people know who I am and what I'm doing in Pittsburgh, because I haven't performed in Pittsburgh yet.
Right.
You know, so I haven't really even begun to break into that market yet. Right. You know, but I'm excited to do it when it comes out. You know,
they gonna call
every market I'm in. You know, it's real fun. Like Nashville was great. They showed a lot of love in Nashville. They showed a lot of love.
What's the award?
The SEA Awards.
Yeah.
So they showed a lot of love in Nashville. Like, nice. And then I seen a lot of people from Nashville and Texas. I seen a lot of people from Atlanta and Texas. A lot of people that I just knew. But as far as like Pittsburgh back home, I just have to travel back there more. You know, I just have to travel more. You know.
It could happen. It
will happen. You know, but it might not happen first. I might get these other money. I mean,
definitely get what we got right here.
Right.
Before we get you out of here, I want to ask you, take me back to the night of the Queen City Awards. Like, take me back to leading up to them announcing the award, how you felt, you know, just the whole process of that night.
You know, that night too, I messed up my leg. I couldn't even barely. I was limping like around, you know, limping. I'm like, man, this would be messed up. I win this award. I can't even walk up there. But like taking me back there, I was just really. I couldn't believe it, but I could believe it, but I couldn't at the same time. You know, I'm like, yeah,
it's
okay.
A real feeling, I'm sure.
But I really couldn't believe it. I was just like, I forgot to thank everybody.
That's usually how it happens.
I forgot to thank everybody. I didn't have no type of note. So next award, I'm going to have like a little notepad. I'm going to be able to pull it out so I could thank all the right people. But I really just, that was the last award they announced. You know, I was nervous and I just couldn't believe it because I was like, man, I mean, I'm just starting out, you know. A lot of people didn't before August.
A lot of people that was on that ballot, that's been on that ballot time and time and time.
Don't say all that. Don't make them feel bad.
I ain't got no choice.
He said time. Each time to just stab it into
them
them a little more.
Because that should let them know, like,
3-time nominee.
You know, that should let them know, like, hey, it's a great feeling to be nominated, but it's you gotta put in work. You know, you gotta put in work.
Yeah.
And it's a different. You can be from here and have all the clout in the world, but if the music ain't there, then ain't nobody gonna support you. But when it's there and the music is good, all the rest of that's gonna come. I'm sure you've seen.
They show love. They show a lot of love, and that's why I appreciate Charlotte a lot for like welcoming me. You know, they could be like, she just moved here or whatever. Right. You know, but they don't do that because I think that. They just respect that it's something very different, and I feel like that's what got me the award. And the fact that I've been working everywhere, I've been like since I started performing, I've performed well over 100 times in less than a year, in less than 8 months, you know. So, and I've been traveling. I've been in Miami performing, been in different places.
People won't leave home. People scared to leave home a lot of times. I tell you that for sure. That'd be a lot of the issue. ReeCee, I would be remiss if I didn't ask. You know what I'm saying? What type of pothead are you? You know, like what are we? Are we smoking? I heard in the music. I mean, ain't no blunt smoking going on from what I hear. Ain't no big boy
bowls.
Blunts, but you know,
we pack bowls. We like to conserve our weed.
Saving weed is always a good thing.
Yes, a bowl will take you a lot further than a blunt. You could just pack it, hit it, you know, leave it there. You know, I'm not really, you know, I'm not even really like as much of a pothead as what I used to be. Like I don't really be smoking all day, but like when I get high, I get high. And if you listen to the song, it's really more of a diary than it is.
It's not even.
Pothead.
Yeah, it's
like, not even like I get high.
You tricked them. You got the pothead sitting in there like, all right, bro. About to hear this shit. Oh, snap. She talking about some other shit. Okay, let's keep listening though.
Right, it's a vibe. Like, but it's not really even like straight like I'm getting high.
You got your references in there.
Yeah,
though.
I got a few, but it's like, it's more about me.
Right. All right, I hear.
But yeah, I mean, I just be smoking weed. I don't really.
You recording and smoke? Or do you.
Yeah, I mean, I be smoking. Yeah, well, I smoke when I write. I probably shouldn't. I was told I shouldn't do that. I should just be sober, so I'm uninfluenced. No, I smoke when I write. I smoke before I go in the studio. I smoke before I came in here. You know?
Word.
It's just like basic smoking, but I don't like. You know, after the show.
Okay.
After the show. But like, I don't have to like be like, if I get up, I don't have to smoke right away. Well, not anymore. Since I started working out a little bit, I stopped working out. But when I started working out a little bit, that kind of took away from smoking. It's kind of weird, like the endorphins or whatever. I probably said that wrong. But the dopamine that is released when you work out is kind of like the same that is released when you get high.
I don't know nothing about weed, you know what I'm saying? I don't, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's your body. That has to do with your body.
Is it?
Dopamine.
And dopamine?
It's a chemical that is released. Makes you feel good. Like when you get a bunch of likes on Instagram, the dopamine's released. When you smoke,
that good dope in your body. When that dope come out,
natural high. No.
That good
dope.
But
yeah, but when you work out, that energy is transferred, you know.
You big on energy.
Yeah, I am. I am big on energy. Everything's energy. You could do anything you really put your mind to. I decided I want to be a rapper, and look at me now.
Right here.
Right here,
ReeCee raps. ReeCee, I want to know a year, 2020, March 21st, we sitting at this table, maybe not this table per se, maybe a little bigger table. What are we going to be talking about? What can we project in the future? If you could write the story now, where will we be in 2020, March 21st?
I'm going to just speak it all into existence. My album, my project would definitely be out by then, and it's definitely going to be having a lot of eyes looking at it.
Okay.
It's definitely going to have a lot of accolades behind it. It's definitely, because I don't even want to. Yeah, I do want to say something. I just feel like my music is on a whole nother level. I like to think like this project is like my equivalent to like the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, and that's a huge thing to say. But I want it to be received in that way to where it will be received in that way. You're gonna play it for 20 years, and that's why I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure this is marketed the right way. This is put out the right way. Everything is straight, because this could be all I do my whole life and I'll be good.
You done? Hey, Lauryn Hill only dropped the Miseducation. I mean, I know she went a little. No disrespect to Lauryn, best believe we're not going there. I don't stand for none of that. But you know, you right though. You take your time and you do what you need to do to put it out the way you want to. At the end of the day, you want it to be how you want it to too.
Right.
So
yeah.
We're gonna look forward to that album.
Yeah, we're gonna do a lot though. I mean, a lot of visuals. You know, a lot more creative visuals with every song, and I'm really just gonna have a lot bigger fan base a year from now. I see it. You know, I'm be traveling a lot more, just on the road even more than I am now. And
more than 100 shows in a year. We're going to put 2 in the can this year.
Right, way more than 200, you know, way more. Sheesh. So it's just like 300, 400, 1,000. That's like 3 shows a day.
Put them in,
but
yeah, put in that work.
We can do it.
Put in that work.
We can do it 2020. But everything, I feel like I'm gonna definitely have a more solid team and everything. So it's just gonna be a lot of big things. You might not even be able to get to me like you can now. You know, I might not be as available next year. So
that's why we got it early. We early in the game on I see it. I ain't stupid. Y'all see where she at right now. 2020, please. You know, just reserve me. Just give me like 1 spot in 2020.
I got you.
No matter what.
I got you.
Y'all heard her? We got it on tape.
Ha. You heard it here first.
Ha. We gonna call you out if you don't do it.
Right. Pull up the video. Just send me the video, like, bro.
Pull it up. All right. So ReeCee in the building. ReeCee Raps. I appreciate you for joining me. This, that, and the third interview series. Can we get bars?
Bars. Can we have some
Any
bars?
Type of bars. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. I just want some bars.
All right.
Before you do it, though.
Okay.
Social media.
Social media. Everything is ReeCee Raps. ReeCeeRaps. From Instagram to ReeCeeRaps.com to YouTube /ReeCee Raps to Twitter. Working on Twitter.
Okay. The Diary of Pothead, where we can get that everywhere.
Get that everywhere. Diary of Pothead on all major platforms. Watch the music video on YouTube. Look out for the Kick in the Door music video on YouTube, dropping in April, and just everywhere. Just ReeCee Raps.
Okay. Would you like instrumental, or do you want acapella bars? What you want to do? You let me know.
You play instrumental.
We're gonna play instrumental. Okay. Let me get my team on it real quick. I'm gonna do a quick little promo. Can I get me right here? Can we get me right here real quick? Right here. Folks, this, that, and the third interview series, South by Southwest recap edition. We're not done. I got more guests for y'all later on in the weekend. My producer is all in my camera right now. How you doing, man? Twitty, your hands. Twitty, your hands. Your hands. It's okay. It's all right, folks. You know what I'm saying? We live on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I like to let the people know it's transparent. We here at Violated South. We here at Violated South do everything live. It doesn't matter. We live all the time, baby. So y'all tune in. This, that, and the third interview series. We got way more interviews for y'all this weekend. ReeCee Raps, though, she came through, laced us, gave us all the great information about you, man. I'm excited about you. I'm really excited about you.
Thank you. I'm excited about me too. I was just like,
well, let's get into this, man. I like this. You talk that talk, girl. You talk that
I'm
talk,
just playing.
Girl. All right, it's this, that, and the third interview series. Steven the Dream, ReeCee Raps, take us out.
If I don't like this instrument, I'll be like, cut it.
Right.
Let me just do acapella.
Oh, they playing ads. You see how they do us, man? Yeah. You can rock with us?
They played the common instrument.
They did, though.
I thought y'all wanted something opposite. No,
I know, right? I told y'all we wanted some. Hold on. Stop the track, bro. Because I set her up. I set her up for bars. I didn't set her up for the conscious bar. We gave her a conscious beat. And she said she was going to give me something different. So it's okay, though.
They played the common.
Turn us up in here, man.
She going to rip this common beat, bro.
Shout out to Common, yo.
You
like
that song's dope. Yeah, I like Common. But I will say I like that song, and I listen to a lot of different songs, but the artists that I named are the artists that I listen to, like, multiple songs. But I respect Common, you know. I like Bob Marley.
Bobby?
Yeah. Like
Shout out to Bob Marley, man.
Yeah. That's my shit.
You say you listen to 90s too?
Yeah, I listen to, like, I don't know, a lot of stuff like those R&B groups.
Would you have been in a group? Do you think you could have been the left eye to a TLC?
No, I could have been, but no. You know why? Because I need freedom of expression. You know?
You feel like that is gonna hold you off being in a
left eye. It helped. She was about to branch off in her own stuff. You know, like it's just too much. You know,
the cream always rises to the top, though. You know, so that's you know.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get into this freestyle. I think we gotta. Okay.
He playing a real hip hop.
I think we can turn it up then on that one then. This, that, and the third. ReeCee raps. Let's get it. Okay.
Okay.
World premiere. This, that, and the third. ReeCee
I'm gonna
raps.
come in eventually now.
She about to let that shit drop on y'all. Hey.
Hey, I'm attacking this shit. I'm really backing this bitch, cause motherfuckers be out here not really rapping this shit. Got no elixir, getting sick or need a napkin and shit. It's getting real, these niggas out here really clapping and shit. So I can't talk that pussy pop, throwing their back on some dick. My alma matter really matters, cause I'm schooling the kids. Just give me a couple years, you're gonna know who I is. I see my vision pretty clear, cause you can say I'm psychic. Welcome to my academy, ignorant gon' be mad at me. Fully charged on the battery, rap is in my anatomy. No ghostwriter can co-sign her. I see more fire than the fighters, and I can't be extinguished. Better distinguish me from who they aim to be. Bring them anguish. I do it crazily when I step on the scene. An unexpected sight to see. She's really nice up on the beat. So exciting. I'm like, oh, I think they like me on the beat. If you real and you know it, clap your hands and stomp your feet. This is hip hop. Wait till my dish drop. Full speed, no pit stop. Your time is up. TikTok. I'm climbing up to the top. So spit bars or kick rocks.
Cut it off! Turn the mics off! We out here. We out. We out.